Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with me, and today we're going to make this Z fold card. As you can see, it looks like a double Z. Then you just have your sentiment in there and folds back up and goes in a regular envelope. It's not hard at all. It's a few pieces of paper, but it's not hard at all. And I want you to look at hopefully you can see the wink of Stella on that flower. Isn't that pretty? I love my wink of Stella. I know that it's hard to see it in the camera, but let's get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of paper that measures 4 inches by 11 inches for your base, and that's the back part, the base part. As you can see, we've got 3 layers, so your base would be your back part. So I'm going to go with this green this time. So 4 inches by 11 inches. Make sure that I got that cut right. And let's see, I'll have to read all my notes over here. Let's see how we score this. You're going to score the base at 2 3/4. So score it 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. 5 1/2. That's all the scoring you're going to do on that piece. Then you're going to need another piece that is 1 1/8 inch by 11. And this is going to make this little part right here, the Z part. Okay, you're going to score it the exact same places at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So lay those aside. Let's go ahead and do our stamping first before we do anything else, so our stamping can be drying. This is the centerpiece that goes right here that you stamp your sentiment on. And this piece measures, and let me make sure because I have so many different pieces cut here. This one measures 2 5/8 by 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. Yeah, there we go. 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. And what I'm going to stamp on it this time, this is a stamp that comes from Tim Holtz Perspective, and it just says, "There is beauty in simplicity." I think that is really cute. I like that. So that's what we're going to stamp on this one. And I'm going to use my Fisker stamping tool here, just simply because it makes my life a lot easier. So we're going to ink this up, and I am using VersaFine ink that May gave me. Let's see, you know, I didn't measure this beforehand, but we're going to see that it goes here. I'm thinking that it's going to be the right size. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to put it right at the top so that I can still have room at the bottom to write something on there when I get ready to send it out. Oh yeah, that did very well. I love that. Okay, let me grab a baby wipe and wipe this off. Okay, put that back over there. So we've got that stamping done. And now what I want to do is, you've got 2 more pieces that are, let's see, these measure 1 inch, I do believe. They're 1 inch wide, and they're 2 5/8 inches long, and you need 2 of these pieces. And what these are is these 2 little pieces right here. So I'm going to stamp on those. And I am going to stamp the flutter again, just simply because I think that is really cute. I love butterflies, and I love how that flutter just looks so real. So looks like the butterfly is really flying away. So we're going to make this one kind of come up from there. Okay. And I am using Nina white cardstock. And it's, I think, 110 pound. We are carrying this in the shop now. Thank you, May for suggesting this to me. I absolutely am in love with it. I think I like stamping now. There for a while, I couldn't get my stamping exactly right, so I was not too happy with my stamping. But I'm thinking I like it now. Now, what I'm trying to do, and I'm not going to get these perfect, I know, but I want to put my other flutter on here, but I want to have it look like they're joining at that little particular point right there. So that's what I'm going to do. That's why I was putting my pieces of paper kind of together. Okay, just like that. Alright. Clean that one off a little bit. Now we'll set these aside and let them dry while we go on and do something else. Clean that up. Close up my ink. Alright, we can go ahead and fold our back pieces and make sure I don't have any ink on my hands while I'm going to get my card all messed up. Go ahead and fold and burnish. And just make sure that when you fold that all your edges are straight, and you just fold it in the Z, just like that. And then go ahead and fold this piece the same way. The long piece is going to go over here and the short one over here, so you're going to fold it in a Z like that. I know it seems like it would go the other way around, but it doesn't. Alright, and now we're just going to start layering. So on this piece right here, we need to put, I want to put our white piece down first. And it looks like I might need another blade in my cutter. Let me trim some. I don't like those little pieces, so I'm going to trim those off. I just changed my blade, but I have been cutting a lot of tough paper. Alright, so we're just going to center that up in the area right there. And then the middle piece is going to be this. And just center it up and make sure that you get it evened out. And then this piece is going to be here, and I'll tell you the sizes on these in just a moment. Okay, I already told you the sizes on these two. These are 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. This one is 5 3/8 by 3 7/8. So that's got all of your pieces there, all your measurements. Now you're going to come back and put your top layer on. These measure. This is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And you're going to need one of these. And I am not getting things straight today for some reason. Okay. Then you're going to need a piece for this. This is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So you're going to need a piece right there. See, I didn't even get that straight. Oh my goodness. It'll work though. We get finished decorating it, nobody will know the difference. Okay, so center that up. that one down. Right. Now, we didn't need that piece. Now we're ready to put the pieces on here. So this one's going to go there, and then these two will go here. So all we do is just put our, you can use just regular adhesive on these. It doesn't have to be anything real strong. So just center it up in there and decide how you want your flutter to go. Just like that. Now let me tell you again what sizes these are. The base one is 1 1/8 by 11 inches. That's the green one on the back. This one is 1 inch by 5 3/8. This one is 1 inch by 2 5/8, and this one is 1 inch by 2 5/8. So you need two that are 1 inch by 2 5/8 and one that's 1 inch by 5 3/8. So that's got all of your, that should have all of your measurements there. Now what you're going to do is decide where you want this, or if you want any more stamping. And I really think that I might put a little bit more stamping right here on this side. I didn't on my other one, but I'm thinking that I might on this one. I might put a little more flutter up there. And if you don't have one of these, I know a lot of people now are using the Misty. And I actually tried the Misty and it was okay, but I absolutely love this because I can kind of position this like I want. And a lot of times I change my mind in midstream. And you know, you can kind of shift this one around a little bit, and I like that part of it. Plus it's small. It's not quite so big. But we do have these in the shop. This is just the Fisker's stamping tool, if you're looking for it. Should be in our tools album. Alright, and now we're going to do some punches. And let me clean my hands off, or I'm going to get ink everywhere. I see people who ink like May and never get any ink on them at all. I get it all over me, everywhere. Okay, we're going to use just a scrap piece of the other side of that, and we're going to cut out a little butterfly. This is just an old EK Success punch that I've had forever. So we're going to punch that one out. And I think we'll also punch a few of these smaller ones. This is a Martha Stewart punch, and it's just the 3 butterflies. Then we'll punch some more of those. We might punch one more of the larger ones. That'll use up that piece of paper. And now I am going to ink around these a little bit. I like to ink around things that I punch out because I like to cover that edge. I don't like a white edge. So let's see if I can find a stamping tool. Well, here is one right here. These are Tim Holtz stamping tools. We have these too. I love these. I also use the finger daubers, but for larger things like this, I like to use these. And then this is Twisted Citron ink. And when I have the smaller butterflies, I'll show you how I do those to try to get the ink on those as I need it. just leave them laying on my mat and just kind of push the ink around on the edges of them. Right, I think that's good. Again, I'm going to clean my hands off. Right now, all we need to do is decide where we're going to put everything. So, I think I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right here on the back of this, and then on the back of the other end. And then I'm just going to position it. I'm going to start right at the end, right there, and press that down. Try to get it as straight as possible. Bring it all the way down. Press it in on that end. Just keeping it even on the ends. And then when you start to fold, just make sure that it folds in the right direction, which it normally will. There you go, just like that. And now we can put our embellishments on. So I'm going to fold my butterflies in half. And I know even though you're doing this like this, you can still flatten them out and put them in the mail, in your envelope. You don't have to make a particular box for them. So we're going to make that one look like it's flying away there. I should have put this one the other. Let's change the direction on that guy. Okay, then we're going to put another large one, I think, over here. And I think we will put this one somewhere here. Bring him down just a little bit. There we go. And then let's put our little ones down through here. I think that'll be cute. So I think that will work, and we're just going to put some Wink of Stella on that now. And I'm going to use my clear. I'm going to put it on my butterflies. And if you'll notice the clear, what it does is it just puts that little bit of shimmer on the object, but the colors of the paper or whatever still shows through. Then we'll put some pearls in the center of the butterflies, and that will be our card. It's a very simple card, but a very, very pretty card. Okay, see if you can see the shimmer on the butterflies. There you go. Yeah, you can see it. Isn't that pretty? Alright, now we're going to put some little pearls in the center of our butterflies. So that is it, guys. All that we've done now is just put the little pearls in the center of our butterflies, and the card is finished. So there you go, a Z-fold card that is very, very pretty. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.